yourself for the most turbulent, power-packed motorsport in the world. Never before in any program massive convulsive force as on Challenge of Power. Multi-engine drag rails, high torque four-wheel drive, air-launching monster trucks, and incredible two-wheel drive. As Hart Productions presents the World Championship Pulling Series and Monster Truck Challenge Series. Witness the reverberating excitement behind the scenes as drivers and machines jump into action. Brace yourself as this week's caravan of trucks and tractors assault your senses on Challenge of Power.
Hi, everybody, and welcome on a beautiful Saturday night in Western New York as Challenge of Power presents the 1988 Erie County Fair on the NTPA Grand National Copenhagen-Skoal Pulling Circuit. Hi, everyone. I'm Dave Grimm, and I'll be bringing you the action here tonight. We've got a packed capacity crowd here tonight. What many consider the #1 county fair in America. It promises to be a great show, so sit back, relax, and watch Challenge of Power. And let's go to the action. Jerry Weaver from Thornville, Ohio. He's a professional puller. Sponsored by Nationwide Auto Parts down in Central Ohio. He's had some problems with the engine the last couple of weeks. We'll see what he can do. Here he comes. He's got problems. A good run. He's very close to the finish line. Jerry Weaver. All right. Jerry Carlton, Manaway, Ohio. Come on, you Chrysler fans. Here we go. He's got a brand new engine in this baby this year. The only pulling van that I know of. Come on, turn it loose now. Jerry Carlton, the distance to beat. 294 and 3. Here he comes, Jerry Carlton. The steering wheel has come off in his hand. Look at the steering wheel. That happened to my car last week. Oh, no. Jerry Carlton, he'll remember this for a lifetime. Give him a nice round of applause. Don't make him feel too bad. Well, I'm not sure. He may be a little embarrassed to bring the steering wheel along with him, but Jerry Carlton from Manaway, Ohio. Tell us what happened. The obvious, the steering wheel came off, but how did the steering wheel come off?
The nut worked itself back off, and I was heading down the track, and I pulled back like I normally when it starts to hook, and the wheel come right off, and I couldn't control it.
And it's got to hurt you awful bad because you had a good run going.
Yes, I had it hooked up. I would have been out the gate like the rest of them.
Have you ever had anything so crazy like that happen before?
Well, 10 minutes ago when I started to go to the scales, I backed up, and a brake caliper broke, and I had to pull a wheel off, so I had that to do. And then to come up and get in place and hook and have the steering wheel come off just must not be my day today.
All right, Jerry Carlton, his steering wheel comes off. He had trouble in the pits. Sometimes it's just not your day. Back to the action. Jerry Carlton disqualified at 2:48 and 4. Here's Mike Johnson out of Perry, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Showdown. He'll be followed by Scott Smith and Don Frame. Now, folks, these guys have been here before. They love to come all the way from Oklahoma to pull here in Western New York. They were at the Ohio State Fair the last couple of days. These guys drill oil for a living. They're in the oil business, and it looks like their gusher has come in. The $60,000 four-wheel drive truck, one of the best trucks in America today. They took it right out the back door. It looks like a full pull.
That was an impressive full pull by Mike Johnson. A hard act to follow for Scott Smith and Three Bears. Scott is one of the youngest pullers on the circuit, but he's a seasoned four-wheel drive veteran. Three Bears is a hot truck, and Scott will have to get the best out of it to take the sled the distance. He has to have a full pull to stay alive.
cut out for him. We've got a pull-off going here in the four-wheel drive. One of the youngest drivers on the NTPA Copenhagen-Skoal Pulling Circuit, Scott Smith. You were the test puller tonight. They changed the weight transfer. Then you came back and you just made a full pull and tied the Johnson boys. Your feelings?
Well, they're a real tough bunch to run against, but I've sort of not been doing so great lately. I think I got everything right, and hope I can come back and pull off and beat them.
That last 10 feet looked like it came real hard.
I had to get on the clutch a little bit, but I think I can maybe fix that a little bit for the pull-off.
Don Frame is up next. He'll do his best to join Three Bears and Oklahoma Showdown in the pull-off. A good run for Don Frame of 291.7 feet, but not good enough to get him into the pull-off. Now only one team is left with a chance to make it into the overtime. Mark Cook and Family Affair are the local favorites from nearby Delvin, New York. This is Family Affair's first year on the circuit, but it's already got a reputation as a tough competitor. By Mark Cook puts Family Affair over the end line and into the pull-off. Mike Johnson in Oklahoma Showdown, Scott Smith in Three Bears, and Mark Cook in Family Affair will face off for the championship when we return.
What's the hottest gift for men this year? We went to the experts to find out.
The minute I saw it, it was like, this is perfect for Steve. I thought it was funny, so I know my husband will.
My brother's gonna freak when he sees I got it for him.
My kid will love it. I even got a kick out of it.
These shoppers have already discovered the hottest gift for men this Christmas. It's a hilarious video cassette presented by Sports Illustrated. The very best of the football follies. 44 fun-filled minutes of some of the all-time craziest football bloopers ever. It's sure to make any sports fan happy this Christmas. These critics agree.
He can watch that kind of stuff over and over again. The bloopers, the fumbles, he really likes it.
It's just bodies colliding all over the place. Perfect for him.
He'll invite the guys over, and they'll watch it about 100 times. Where'd I buy it? I got him a subscription to Sports Illustrated, and it comes with it. Free.
That's right. You get the very best of the football follies free with your paid gift subscription to Sports Illustrated.
Anything to get me out of shopping for Christmas.
Call their toll-free Christmas hotline now and get in on the hottest gift around. The free video and a full year of SI at a low Christmas sale price. Only 99 cents per issue. That's over 55% off the cover price.
They even have it on sale before Christmas.
He'll enjoy 55 big issues, including the Year in Sports, the baseball preview, the basketball preview, the football spectacular.
That's all he thinks about, football.
The Sportsman of the Year, and the one and only 25th anniversary swimsuit issue.
I'll keep that.
Personally, I would love Sports Illustrated this Christmas, and I hope my girlfriend Kelly is watching.
Thank you. Boyfriends, husbands, fathers, brothers, it's perfect for any man. There's even a card for under the tree. A full year of Sports Illustrated for only 99 cents per issue. You won't be billed till next year. The first issue even comes gift wrapped. Save over 55% and get the videotape free. Call 1-800-541-8300.
No sizes, no hassles in the store.
All our Christmas shopping should be that easy.
You won't see this fully.
Well, honey, Merry Christmas!
Mike Johnson out of Perry, Oklahoma in the Oklahoma Showdown will be the first to test the reweighted sled. He demonstrated the truck's power in the first round, and he'll have to lay down his best run to win this one. These are three of the hottest four-wheelers around, and they're sure to get every inch they can out of the big sled.
Mike Johnson, 287 and 3. 287 and 3. Watch the Kendall GT1 checkered flag. That's the distance to beat.
Each of these trucks will get only one shot, and 287.3 is the mark Scott Smith and Three Bears will have to beat. His overstuffed passenger is more than a mascot. It's a good luck charm that is with Three Bears on every run. But Scott will need more than luck to take this one.
103 was the distance to beat. And it looks, I believe he did it. I believe he did it.
Scott Smith has taken the lead with a run of 291.4 feet.
Here's the last truck. He was a late entry. Let's see what he can do. The family affair, Bob Cook. He needs to beat 291 and 4. Scott Smith in the lead. Here he comes. The green flag is out. Come on, he can do it. He can get this power. New York wins it. A double full pull for Bob Cook. There's quite a success story here tonight at the 1988 Erie County Fair because you were late coming to the line, and boy, everybody was nervous if you were going to just make a good hook, and you made a full pull, Mark Cook, and then everything started to go your way in the pull-off. Wow, you just blew the doors off these other guys. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the two people who own this truck from Guam, New York, Paul Batt and Barb, who own two Jenny Lee stores, and thank them for giving me the opportunity of campaigning a truck, and it is our first year in Modified this year.
Well, this has got to be about the biggest pull you've ever won, right?
Well, we've run some other good pulls.
Well, congratulations. A great run. Looked like it took a lot of power tonight.
It sure did. It's really surprised me.
It surprised everybody else here as well, but they're going to have their eyes on Mark Cook from right here in Delavan, New York in the future. Well, that concludes action in the four-wheel drive trucks here tonight from the 1988 Erie County Fair. We'll be back with the 9,200-pound guys, the big boys, the noisemakers, right after this commercial message.
Cricket Darts, Buffalo's oldest dart specialty store, targets the needs of all dart enthusiasts. We carry the largest selection of electronic darts and supplies, as well as English-style darts. And with over 100,000 items in stock, Cricket Darts can assist a novice to an expert in scoring a bullseye. Get the point and come on out to Cricket Darts, 1833 Hurtle Avenue, 1/2 mile west of Main Street in Buffalo.
Home Shopping Club is the place to do all your Christmas shopping. With prices that are up to 70% less, you can buy a whole lot more. Take care of everyone on your list. Shop home for the holidays on Home Shopping Club.
Saturday, the nation's most explosive offenses are ready to light up the scoreboard. All-American Stacey King leads Oklahoma against high-powered Loyola Marymount. Saturday night at 8 Eastern live on ESPN.
We're back with the Erie County Fair as we go in now to the 9,200-pound modified dragster tractors. These are the big boys, Fred Freeman, Tim Engler, John Heilman, the Banner brothers. We've got them all, the best in the country. 8 of the top trackers will do battle here with 4, 5, 6, and 7 engines. Let's watch them run and go to the action right now.
First up is an old pro in a new rig, John Heineman, breaking in Ohio Gold. Did several different weight classes with various numbers of engines, but tonight you're seeing them at full strength. Fully loaded, they are the most awesome displays of horsepower in the sport.
All right, John Heilman with 4 engines. Looking good. John Heilman, 279 and 2. Here comes Dave Banner, the Fox. He'll be followed by Art Arfons. We've had 2 resets on the sled. Dave Hager, Old Ironside, putting a lot of weight on him here tonight. A full pull. Weight boxed all the way to the front, 62,000 pounds.
Supercharged horsepower is in Art's blood, and after setting all the records for speed, it was only natural for him to get into pulling. He and his crew will be working to get the bugs out in time for Art to run later on, and we'll be back to check on their progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Wayne Keith. This is a former Banner Brothers orange tractor running Chevrolet engines, 5 of them. Little alcohol blowing off the tractor down there, that back engine.
Wayne Keith, having problems with sudden thunder, only makes it 234.1 feet.
Heilman number 2 at 279 and 2. Wayne Keith number 3 at 234 and 10. And here comes fast Freddie Freeman. Fred Freeman out of Waitsville, Indiana, with the tractor they call Mean Mistreater, running 5.454 Chevrolets. He won't waste any time bending the throttle. Watch his right hand. That's the throttle hand. Watch him bend that throttle as he comes off the line. Front 2 engines crank to crank. Side engine side to side. 5 engine on top. Here we go. Fred Freeman, Indiana. He's got he's got a fire. He's got an alcohol fire. We're with Fred Freeman here at trackside on the modified class. And Fred, you're hot, you're sweaty, you're dirty. I know you want to get back to the pit area, but we want to ask you about that fire you had on the front motor. What happened?
Well, I really don't know, Dave. I believe it was just maybe a fuel line leaking and a little alcohol sprayed all over the engine, and the heat of it caused it to catch fire. It wasn't nothing too serious.
Both the front 2 motors looked like they were really squirting out something on the right bank of the engine.
Yes, I got not a big hole, but a hole in my oil pan, so I assume something fell down in the bottom of it and knocked a hole in the side of the oil pan.
You'll be able to get back and come back, or rather get fixed and come back?
I believe so, yes.
All right. Fred Freeman, few problems here at trackside tonight, but he can get it fixed.
We've got plenty of 9200 modified action yet to come, and the crews are hard at work in the pits. Tim Engler will be up in his amazing 7-engine super rig Mission Impossible. Art Arfons and his team are still getting their machine together in hopes of getting it online tonight. The Banner Brothers will be up next in the legendary Mr. Chevy. They've scored 1 full pull with their other rig, the Fox. With this field of super competitors, you can be sure more full pulls are yet to come.
Hey, how are you? Sorry that I'm not at home. But when I get the message on my telephone, you'll be the first one on my list.
Crazy Calls, a tape of 7 different songs and funny recordings for answering machines.
I am very sorry that I'm not at home to take your call.
Only $14.95.
When I will get right back to you. Leave your message at the tone.
Give someone the gift of gab for their answering machine.
Calling a friend. What you've actually done is bought a one-way ticket to the answering machine zone.
Nobody's home. Nobody's home. I'm glad you called, but I'm not home. But I'll be back before too long. You gotta
Crazy Calls, a tape of 7 different songs and funny recordings for only $14.95.
Wait for the beat. You gotta leave your name. You gotta leave your number.
To order?
Wait for the beat.
Call 1-800-554-9000. Call 1-800-554-9000.
Don't miss the hottest new show on the air, Challenge of Power. As the caravan of NTPA-sanctioned trucks and tractors roll into your town, you can be a part and witness the untamed action of a Hart production event. For the first time ever, you can see the United States pull against the big boys from Canada and Europe. That's right, January 13th, 14th, and 15th. It's world-class pulling at the 16th Annual Indy Super Pull. Coming from all over the world, you'll see pro stockers, super stock, two-wheel drives, and four-wheel drives. From the 3- and 4-engine 7,200-pound class to the 9,200-pound 6- to 7-engine monster. Don't miss the most talked-about pulling event in history, the world-class Indy Super Pull. Order your tickets today. Call 317-927-1482. Indiana State Fairgrounds, Indianapolis, Indiana. Be there.
All right, here come the Banner brothers back for their second run. Here comes Mr. Chevy. Mr. Chevy. All right, here we go. David Banner like to make another full pull. Here he comes, Mr. Chevy.
A second fantastic full pull for the Banter team. They've got the only two rigs in the pull-off, but it's a good bet they will not be alone. Even though Art Arfons will not be able to compete tonight, we have two of the toughest yet to run. The next to the last run will be Bill Patterson in Sassy Massey. He'll be followed by none other than Tim Engler and Mission Impossible.
Here comes Sassy Massey. Sassy Massey out of Ware, New Hampshire. Bill Patterson from Richfield Springs, New York. East of here, east of Syracuse, is the driver. Brian Knox watching the action here. They need a full pull to tie. A full pull to tie is what they need. The 5 Milodons come, 6 Milodons come to life. Whoa! Full pull for the Sassy Massey.
Bill Patterson has turned it into a three-way pull-off.
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them. Get your cameras out. You may never see this again. Look at these engines stacked on. He sold the Aries engines. Tim Engler sold the Aries engines. He is going with 454 Chevys. About $200,000 in this machine at least. He won all 4 classes in the modified division of the NTPA Grand National Copenhagen-Skoal Circuit last year. Here we go. Tim Engler, Princeton, Indiana. He made it look easy. He made it look easy. Well, excitement reigns supreme here tonight at the Erie County Fair. We started with 8 in the first round of competition. Art Arfons could not come to the line when he could not get his tractor started. So, 4 of the toughest competitors in America will do battle right after we take this break.
Remember the first summer we spent here? You bought me a hot pink 2-piece. Dad almost died.
A year ago, this conversation would have been difficult for Genevieve Adams and her daughter. Difficult because Genevieve suffers from nerve deafness.
As soon as the sun was up, I'd take off down the beach. Yeah, always looking for more of those silly seashells.
Fortunately, she discovered Miracle Ear, a tiny hearing aid customized for her condition.
Mom, I gotta tell you, I wasn't really looking for seashells. I know. You were looking for Tommy, what's his name?
If you or someone you know has a hearing problem, call now for this free booklet that explains the causes of hearing loss and how to spot the symptoms. You'll learn how thousands have been able to hear clearly again, thanks to Miracle Ear. Call now and receive it all without cost or obligation. Genevieve Adams did. For her, life is sounding a whole lot better now.
The Rams must win for a playoff spot. The 49ers need a win for the division championship. Mike Patrick and Joe Theismann bring you the head-to-head action of NFL Sunday Night Football live on ESPN.
Well, here we go now. The Erie County Fair. This is what everybody's been looking for on Challenge of Power as we bring back 4 of the toughest modified tractors in the country today in the pull-off. The Banner brothers with 2. Mr. Chevy in the box, each running 6 Chevrolets. It'll be the Sassy Massey, driven by Phil Patterson. He'll be running 6 Milodon and a JP1 engine. These are drag racing engines. And, of course, Tim Engler looking strong here tonight with his 7 Chevrolets. It's anybody's ball game. If I was a betting person, I'm not sure who I'd put my money on. Let's go to the 9,200-pound modified pull-off right now.
4 of the biggest, meanest super pulling rails in the sport are about to face off in what promises to be an incredible pull-off. First up, the Banter Brothers Fox.
With the Fox takes the lead. The distance to beat 2:66 and 8. 2:66 and 8. Here comes Phil Patterson with 5 Milodon aluminum racing engines. These are drag racing engines bought from drag racers. 1 Joe Pisano #1 engine. 6 engines. They look good the first time. Phil Patterson out of Richfield Springs, New York, driving the Sassy Massey.
A disappointing run for Phil Patterson. He had to hit the brake to control a hard pull to the right and lost his momentum on the sled. The Banter brothers' new modified Fox is in the lead with 266.8 feet. Now the Banter team will give it another try with their original powerhouse machine, Mr. Chevy. .1 feet puts Mr. Chevy in the lead. The final puller of the event will be the machine that everyone's been talking about since its debut earlier this season. The new Mission Impossible is loaded with an incredible arsenal of 7 supercharged engines. Tim Engler is always on the cutting edge of power technology, and this super rail has no equal in the history of motorsport. Tim Engler takes the pull-off with a second amazing pull. Now that Tim has the new Mission Impossible in top form, he'll be hard to stop.
I'm going to say that you probably get a little extra joy in winning this particular weight class.
Well, I really do. You know, last year it was a challenge of trying to keep the aluminum motors from melting down. This year it's kind of a challenge just to try to go out there and make the 7 motors get the front end off the ground and make it work. Tonight we couldn't get the front end off the ground, but it had enough tire speed to come on through the whole...